Yippee-ki-yay, my blue dot friends. Can you believe the pace we're setting right now? It's amazing, isn't it? I am slow to respond because I respond slowly. You know, things are just so out of hand right now with our government that I can't keep up. Can you keep up? That's the whole intent, is to try to get us to give up because we can't keep up. And the people who care are older, so that they have a lot more going on than the younger crowd. Speaking of younger crowd, 50, 51, you know, I was on Facebook a few days ago, and I put out a post that said, it was a general open post. It wasn't on the Blue Dot, wasn't on the Blue Dot Facebook page. God, Facebook sucks so bad now. I mean, you can tell it's just so corrupted. About what we've learned as left-wing crazy wingnuts, right? We have learned, and what we should have learned from the Proud Boys. How gay is that? It really is gay. Just like the comedian said, watch that. It's hilarious. And the Oath Keepers, oh yeah, right. Is when you go to a protest, you don't take your phone, okay? So anyway, I put all this out there. Put all this, it's a short story. Put all this out there. Don't take your phone. I actually wrote, we learned from Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, don't take your phone, and listed these things. Don't take your phone, cover up your face. Don't even take your keys. If you have one of those tracking fobs on your keys, don't take any electronics with you. Just take a standard camera, and I'll talk more about that. You need to have a camera that is not Wi-Fi'd or anything like that, and you need to take it to the protest for evidentiary reasons. If you go to 5051s, take a camera, not a phone. And the reasons are that we're going to be tracked, and we're going to be tracked closely. And in this time, in this era, we could be deported. At the whim of the Almighty, because the homegrowns are now having prisons built for them. I'm sure they're already under construction, for American citizens who don't get along and go along. And so you need to worry about that. I'm not trying to be alarmist. I'm probably late as far as sounding an alarm, because I try not to get alarmed. Man, I can't help it. I'm trying to think this is all going to work out, but golly, it might not. Another thing. So anyway, that post got caught and deleted by Facebook. How about that? Isn't that interesting that they would do that when you're warning against violence? I also put "don't be violent" on there in the comment to my own statement. Didn't matter. Got deleted. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Just remember, don't take any electronics with you that track to Wi-Fi or your global positioning. If you have a camera that has global positioning in it, or any kind of Wi-Fi connect, turn that off too. I know the camera I'm using right here automatically connects to Wi-Fi's, and it'll ping on something if it's around another Wi-Fi network. I'm sure. I'm not going to take a chance to turn all that off. I will be carrying cameras to protest. You should too. A camera you want to carry, spend a little money, because you'll enjoy this for other reasons. Get you one of these. Maybe a GoPro, or something that competes with GoPro. I've done videos on that on another channel, and that could be and shoot it in 60 or 120 FPS. If you shoot it in higher frames per second, you can pull an individual frame off of there of a violent action taken against us, and you will have that as evidence for whatever comes next, which who knows what comes next? I mean, really, what is next? I do not know what is coming next. But I can guarantee you something's coming. And here's why. The Pope died. Yeah, you knew that. Well, when we have any kind of event that takes the President of the United States off of the stage, something happens, because he needs to be center stage to be the center of attention. And it doesn't matter what it is. I guarantee you by noon today, which is the 21st of April, something will happen. Something will happen. If not by noon, then by the end of the day. We don't have any word of the president's office bringing condolences or anything for the loss of the Pope. You got to remember, Donald Trump is the Antichrist, okay? He puts himself forward as Christ. He is the Antichrist. Okay. So if not by noon today, by the end of the day today, you'll hear something really radical coming out of Washington, D.C., based from the White House. Sad, but very, very true. That said, let's move on. Is there a happier topic? No, there's not. What I want you to do is actually look down in my description below. There are a bunch of podcasts I've got listed, not a bunch, a handful, that are much better at the moment. Bulwark is one where they can have 6 different postings a day on Bulwark, and that they just pound at it day in, day out. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It does not matter when it is. If they want to put something out, they fire it up and put it out. For me, I got other YouTube channels. Other YouTube channels, and those take a lot more time than this one has taken. I have converted all of these over into an area of YouTube called podcast, and because that's what they're supposed to be. But keep in mind that there's nobody here but me. If you want to talk to me, call in or whatever, I have all the capabilities of putting you on audio on this podcast. And if you have an opinion, Blue Dot, I'd love to hear it, and we can set that up. You can call me 940-380-0408 if you want, and we can discuss what you want to discuss, and then we can go ahead and go live with it anytime you want, people. Next on the agenda, I just wanted to drop this in here. There's not much here today. It's so much, there's not much, because I spend a lot of time listening to these podcasts that I'm referring to, and they cover it well. The Bulwark, Pod Save America, a few other ones, and so they fill in all the blanks on a moment-by-moment basis. Be sure, last topic today, be sure that you have your passport, fresh passport. Be sure that it matches your driver's license. Be sure that where you're going will allow you in country. There are discussions about denying access to Americans now, and the tourism industry has died for tourists coming to America. So we can forget about that. There's no good reason really for tourists to come to America right now, is there? I mean, go watch a protest. Remember, 50-51. Okay, we got to watch those. We got to be involved with those, and leave no trace. That's a good way to put it. Leave no trace is how you want to be involved with protests. You don't want there to be a trace of you. That means cover your face too. That's another thing that I put on that list that got deleted. Cover your face all the way up to here, so nobody knows who you are, or they have a hard time. I think they can still ID you, but it'll take them a little bit longer if you cover everything up to here. No nose, just the eyeballs and you might have a better chance of not getting caught and deported. That's it today. I just can't believe what we've got going on, and get ready for something really radical to happen. Forget about deporting people that were sketchy, a little bit sketchy. Homegrowns headed out of country. Trust me, it's going to happen real soon. This is beyond the pale, and we cannot imagine some of the things that are in store for us that are still to come. There's one point. Let me finish with this. There was one point that was made by, I can't remember his name, the Russian chess player, and he was on last night or yesterday, and he said that all the economic uncertainty with the tariffs and all that, you don't want to call them, or you can call them Trump's tariffs, but really they're your congressman's tariffs if he's a Republican. They are your senator's tariffs, like in Texas, Corning. It says Corning tariffs. That is the, God, I blanked on the other senator. I hate him so much. Ted Cruz. Those are the Ted Cruz tariffs. Ted's tariffs. That's what they are. We have tariffs for Ted Cruz and for Cornyn and for our local Republican congressman to explain. Don't let Trump try to explain it. He won't try. He doesn't have to. You realize that Trump knows that the jig is up, that he will not be prosecuted for anything he does in office. He's going to pardon everybody before he leaves office. They're not going to be prosecuted. And so what we've got to do is stick to the people that stay in office. Ted Cruz and Cornyn and these other congressmen, and we have to stick to them and make them responsible for Trump's decisions, because they are supposed to be the regulators, the balance of power, and they have ceded their balancing act to Donald J. Trump. Thanks for watching. Blue dots, like and subscribe. I need to build an audience somehow. And, of course, check out my other channels. I'll put those down there. A couple of them, or one of them that matters anyway, if you like to fish. See you next time. I'll try not to be gone so long. And it's overwhelming, isn't it?